Hello everyone, our topic is the evaluation of Bluestar of Wildock. This is a mobile medical application for diabetes patients. And so we have four different parts. The first one, we're going to introduce our search strategy. The second one is the background and introduction. And third one is advantage and disadvantage. And fourth one is the conclusion and the recommendation. And so first is the search strategy. Our search strategy has three different steps. The first is to confirm a health issue which was researching. E-health services is an electronic way to manage the health issue. So in our case, diabetes is found because it's a very serious disease which have a big impact on the whole society. And the second step is to search relevant e-health products or services on Google. You need to put the keywords like diabetes and e-health product in Google and to find the relevant products to diabetes. And the Wildock Bluestar is one of them. And the third step is search relevant journal article and industry report on academic database. To search the e-health products which has been chosen, like the Bluestar or the mobile-based application for diabetes treatment. Together on the academic database, together the data and analysis about the product.
Then let's briefly introduce the development background of this company and the using process of this product. With the development of mobile internet, medical care has entered the area of cloud. Looking ahead, the emerging medical devices on the market are gradually developing from portable to wearable or pocket. Medical equipment has changed from intermittent and occasional health monitoring to long-term and continuous monitoring. The concept of e-health and healthcare is born. In addition to electronic medical record, informatization, and big data. In recent years, products can be roughly divided into two categories. One is mainly for consumer health and wellness, such as runkeeper or fitness trackers. Others specialize in disease management, such as diabetes management application Bluestar and Patch of Intelligence basic physical sign real-time monitoring system. Wildock is a very successful example in this area. One of the founders of Wildock, Susanna, was an expert in diabetes before she founded Wildock with her brother. She had found that it's important for people with diabetes to be on a constant basis and to have good communication with their doctors. However, their previous diagnosis and treatment model couldn't support such frequent communication. So they have been preparing various clinical trials since 2006. And in 2011, they started a trial program on the use of Wildock and the George Washington Medical Center. The test results showed that the people with type 2 diabetes in the use of management application after 12 months, hospitalizations and visits to the emergency room decreased by 58%. Finally, a new product, Bluestar, was launched in June 2013. Bluestar is the first mobile application approved by the FDA as a prescription drug for patients with type 2 diabetes. From now on, they have more certifications such as the HIPAA compliant. According to its website, Bluestar has partnered with a number of mobile companies and other health management platforms in the last 2 years to make it more adaptable to changes in time and space and offer a wider range of choices that involve users in weekly challenges through gamification. Through expanded access and integration of personal health data, Wildock allows users to connect their favorite health applications and devices directly to the Bluestar platform, regardless of the device manufacturer. Wildock's disease management system has 4 components: patient coach, social engagement, clinical decision support and powerful technical platform called Automated Expert Analysis System. As shown here, it can be seen that the system is at the core. The execution experts in the team help members choose a plan with a high success rate. Clinical experts ensure that any decision is supported by scientific evidence. Data scientists build models to predict ROI and engagement. Bluestar's acquisition process is slightly different from that of general prescription drugs. After the doctor has prescribed Bluestar to the patient, a copy of the prescription needs to be sent to WellDoc. WellDoc can personalize Bluestar in advance according to the patient's condition, medication, and other information. At the same time, pharmacists need to approve and permit to dispense the prescription. After that, WellDoc will send trainers to help patients download and familiarize themselves with the application. WellDoc apparently designed the whole process carefully, not only to ensure that Bluestar follows the existing prescription drug dispensing rules, but also to control Bluestar's user experience in the early stage.
Okay, the third part is the evaluation. Its part includes two different, includes the advantage and disadvantage of Bluestar. So, the first aspect of Bluestar advantage is in the health service outcome. In this aspect, we have three different sections. The first one, reduce A1C level. The second one is improve self-efficacy. And third one is accessibility. So first, the application of Bluestar obviously decreases the level of A1C index. The A1C is a very important indicator to assess the level of average blood glucose, and for people with diabetes, the lower A1C indicates the better control and the treatment of diabetes. So according to the research at the 2013, people use the Bluestar can decrease the average level of the A1C for 1.9%, and people without using Bluestar or just use the traditional care can only decrease the 0.7%, and the 1.2% difference is showed. So it can prove that the Bluestar can effectively decrease the level of A1C. And there is another research report that 2018 shows that people use the Bluestar have the 1.35% lower of the A1C level than people with the traditional treatment. The second advantage of the Bluestar is to improve the self-efficacy. The self-efficacy is a very important way to treat diabetes through some self-management education. The knowledge can be shared with patients, and they are able to know how to treat and control diabetes. In Bluestar, the patient coach service is able to teach patients how to choose healthy food, make an appropriate exercise plan, and increase the confidence of the patient to defeat diabetes. According to the research in 2015, people who use mobile-based application to treat diabetes rate 9.5 out of 10 in their readiness to monitor diabetes, and rate 9.8 in their confidence, which indicates extremely high readiness and confidence to monitor diabetes. And moreover, people who use Bluestar rate 8.8 and 8.6 prospectively in their readiness and confidence in controlling their meals. And the overall rating of the people to use the Bluestar in their self-efficacy is 8.0, and it just increased from 7.7 in 1 year from people without use Bluestar. So hints on the foundation of such data and research, the directly positive impact of using Bluestar on self-efficacy can be proved. And third advantage of the Bluestar is high accessibility. It can be downloaded and installed on the phone. It can be downloaded on the Apple or the Android system, and just covered most types of phones. And people can access this rich services on the Bluestar 7 days a week and 24 hours a day. So it is a very high accessibility for patients to access service. The second aspect of the Bluestar is the technology outcome, and the point I want to mention is the usability. So the usability of the Bluestar is very high because it includes multiple functions and services. And the people with use according to research at 2018, the people use the Bluestar scored 8.5 out of 10 of user acceptance of the Bluestar. So it is a very high score. And third very important area of the Bluestar advantage is the cost effectiveness and the affordability. So according to the IBM Watson Health at 2017, the current average health of care cost of people with diabetes ranging from 10,601 to 19,980 annually per patient. So it is a very high cost, and for some people with a poor financial condition, they could decrease their motivation to overcome the diabetes. So Bluestar is expected to reduce such cost. This is also table is also from the IBM Watson Health, and for all bands of the A1C level, which are over the 7%, the people can save $1,824 in their commercial sector, and for in the Medicare sector, they can save the $1,392 per year. And for people with A1C level over 9%, they can save more. Like they can save 5,244 in commercial sector, and they can save the $3,672 per year per patient. So next part is the disadvantage.
Okay, also Bluestar has many advantages in different aspects. The disadvantages are also very obvious. It's mainly about in two aspects. The first aspect is technology outcome. First is the function limitation. The Bluestar is only suitable for certain type of diabetes. However, there are two types of diabetes. Therefore, it can be seen that the patients with type 2 diabetes cannot use the app. Thus, the technology used of the Bluestar needs to be broadened. Also, the user barrier is a serious issue for Bluestar. We can see that it is a common issue among the diabetes apps because the patients need knowledge to use the app. However, the old usually does not have the knowledge. And also the diabetes are popular among the old. There's a large percent, according to a recent research, it's over 20%. And also there's a precondition of the application. Because the patient need to get a prescription for the Bluestar. However, in real situation, the patients do not want to see a doctor. If the app requires them to get a prescription, they may just go to choose some other apps. Okay, also ethic issue is a serious problem. Ethic issue is focused on privacy and security. Actually, according to the research expert, privacy and security is a common issue, and information can be exposed to others, and their information that may negatively affect their lives. Based on our analysis, we can conclude that the Bluestar is a successful app, mainly in three parts. It improves the health condition of some diabetes holders, and also it is easy to get from the mobile devices. Also, the cost issue has been solved to some extent. However, there are also some areas to improve. First, it needs to have more functions. Also, it is to be easy to use for the elderly and for the sickness. Also, the mortality issue needs to be solved. Another, in addition, we should have the recommendations aiming at our issues. To begin with, the user range should be broadened. Event centers it should have more functions for the type 1 diabetes. Also, another recommendation is that the app should be easier to use. There should be more instructions for the elders, and it should be reduction of the steps for the elder to use. Another recommendation is that there should be more alternatives for the users applied in the apps. The most important alternative is that for the users who do not have or cannot have the prescription. And the last recommendation is that it should reduce the likelihood information disclosure. It can focus on the hard stress of the keywords, and also it can have some reminders in social media and something like that. Okay, that's all for our presentation. Here is our reference. Thank you.